Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Fans International Association is back. That's right, the premier fan club association of the 1970s and 1980s has been revived and is back in business. Join today. It's free at thewfia.org. That's thewfia.org. You can also join us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/WFIA 1969. Welcome back, everybody, to the 1987 Supermod, and here we are, finishing up our All-American Wrestling tapings. This is our fourth recording of All-American Wrestling. We are continuing on here tonight, and let's go ahead and take a look at our card for this evening. We're going to have three dark matches as usual. We're going to see Rockin' Robin, Brad Rheingans, Jose Estrada, and Johnny Rodz will all be featured. Our opening bout this evening is going to be Tommy Sharp, and he is going to face the Wild Samoan Sika. Koko Ware is going to cut a promo, and you know Frankie is going to be present. El Navarro is going to then battle Koko Ware in singles action. The Killer Bees are going to give us a promo, and that popular tag team will then follow it up with a match against Billy Anderson and Ivan McDonald. Our main event, everybody, is going to feature the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. We will see a promo with the $1 Million Man, and then we will see young George Skaaland challenge Ted DiBiase in the main event, everybody. So with that said, with all that said, let's get to booking. Here we go. Black versus Robin in our opening dark match. And here we go. Shirley Black is going to do the favors here for Rockin' Robin. Rockin' Robin, of course, is new to the promotion. A little bit early from when she debuted in real life, but that's all right. Rockin' Robin is a talent, and we're happy to have her here. We'll just continue building her up through the dark matches. All right, so there we go. That one is in the books. And here we go. Johnny K9 against Brad Rheingans, the Olympian. Brad Rheingans was a bad dude, and he eventually became a very good trainer. Johnny K9, of course, was a bad dude himself in the prison type of way. I believe there's a dark side of the ring out there on him and all his craziness. So here we go. Brad Rheingans, everybody, singles action dark match against Johnny K9, and Brad Rheingans is going to get the win. It's most likely going to come via of that cradle pile driver that he uses. All right, here we go. Jimmy Evans and Barry O are going to battle the team of Estrada and Rodz. One heck of a tag team. So here we go. Dark match indicated. And, of course, I forgot the competitors' names already. All right, Evans and Barry O versus Estrada and Rodz. So here we go. Here is Jimmy Evans. Here is Barry O. Here is Estrada and Rodz. And here's Jose Estrada with the W. Yeah. All right, good stuff. That one's in the books. We are on to our main card now. We're going to see Tommy Sharp in there against Wild Samoan Sika. 3-minute bout, and Tommy Sharp is in some trouble here with the 300-pounder. Sika, of course, was doing singles matches at this point. His brother was out of the promotion. Afa was out of the promotion. But Afa was working for NWF. And Sika also had permission to work for the NWF. So Sika gets the win here. Now, I listened to John McAdams' show, Stick to Wrestling. Very good podcast. He mentioned something along the lines of Afa had broken his hip. So I don't know if it was during this time period and Afa just did not return to the WWF. If anybody knows, and a lot of you are really sharp with this stuff, comment below. Fill us in and let us know what you know. All right, Koko Ware is going to be talking here, everybody. He and Frankie. Here's Koko Ware. And of course, he would shrug the shoulders up and down to get Frankie fired up, and Frankie would squawk, and Gene Okerlund would say, Frankie, take it easy. All right, it's been a while since I did one of these shows. So Craig DeGeorge is our man on the microphone. All right, that sums that up. Here is Craig DeGeorge. And we're not going to have Koko Ware talk about anybody that's not necessary. So this one is all set and up next. Of course, we have Al Navarro, big Al Navarro, getting in there against Koko. Speaking of big, I was recently watching a clip from post-show Collision where they brought out Dennis Condrey, and FTR was praising him, and it was way too long. And the one guy from FTR, whose name I can't remember, is horrible on the microphone. And when he talks, he needs to cut himself short. I like FTR. I like them a lot. I think they actually do a good promo. But that guy, and I can't remember if it's Cash Wheeler or Dax Harwood. I don't remember which one it is. The one with the mustache and the bald head. My goodness, every time I hear him talk, it's just talking in circles. And I'm glad that it's over when he finishes talking. But they were trying to show respect for Dennis Condrey, and it just went on it was like a 10-minute segment. And I realized it was post-show and they were just hanging out, but it was ridiculous. All right, here we go. We got a Killer Bees promo. And here we go with Jimmy Brunzell. And our man B. Brian Blair. They're both based on entertainment. Craig DeGeorge is here. And they are still in that feud with Demolition, so we'll have them cut the promo on Demolition. And Demolition, of course, will be off screen. And this one, everybody, is booked. So up next here, we have Anderson and McDonald versus the Killer Bees. So Anderson and McDonald versus the Killer Bees. Here's Billy Anderson. Ivan McDonald, another huge, massive guy. Good friends with a few of the other enhancement wrestlers in that area, Mario Mancini and others. Here are the Killer Bees. And we're going to have our man B. Brian Blair get the victory for his team. Billy Anderson, of course, is a really good friend of the Ultimate Warrior. And this one, everybody, is in the books. Here we go, our promo with Ted DiBiase. $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase cuts a promo. Ted DiBiase's brand new, just made his television debut not too long ago. He's talking to Craig DeGeorge. This should be a good promo. He, of course, is based on entertainment. And this one, everybody, is booked. Up next here, we have George Skaaland in there against DiBiase. They're going to go a whopping 4 minutes. Skaaland versus DiBiase. 2 second-generation wrestlers here. George Skaaland, of course, is the son of Arnold Skaaland, the lifelong employee of the Worldwide Wrestling Federation and then World Wrestling Federation. Here is Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase with the W here, everybody. I got a feeling this one's going to come via $1 Million Dream. This one's booked. We have our time maxed out. We're ready to rock and roll and hoochie coo. Let's start it up and let's see how we do. All right, Shirley Black and Rockin' Robin get a whopping 22. But of course, we are building Rockin' Robin, so it's going to take some time. And there we go. Brad Rheingans gets the win with that bridging cradle suplex. Forgive me. Earlier I said cradle pile driver, but it's the bridging cradle suplex. 51 and a 40 nets us a 40 overall. Funny how that works. All right, up next, Jose Estrada gets the win over Barrio with that flying clothesline. 33 overall as 45, 38, 35, and 30. Somehow only gets us a 33. But that is why it's a dark match, and we'll take it. Lots of green. Green equals money. Tommy Sharp and Sika. Sika gets the win with that Samoan drop. 58 for Sika. 30 for Tommy Sharp. 45 overall. And we did not get a bonus for squash, which I'm surprised by. But what are you going to do? All right, Koko Beware gets a whopping 56 for his promo. Some red there mixed in with a couple greens. What are you going to do? 62 overall. Navarro versus Ware. Ware gets the win with that bird buster. And Frankie, everybody, was there ringside watching. You know it. All right. The Killer Bees get a killer 62 here overall. Again, they're not the greatest on the microphone. However, they got the goods in the ring. Actually, their microphone abilities is probably what held them back from being tag team champions. Looking back on it all these years later. They weren't a terrible promo, but they weren't a great promo. All right, Blair and Brunzel get some really good scores here. And this squash enhancement match gets us a 61. And we'll take it. Lots of green here. A little bit of red. 61 overall. What are you going to do? All right, here we go. Ted DiBiase with an outstanding 87 promo. And his promos were 87 quality. So I don't want to hear anybody with the, he's cheating. That's realistic. All right, up next here. Skaaland in there against Ted DiBiase. DiBiase with the win with that $1 Million Dream, everybody. 65 overall, 75 and a 40 nets us a 65. Good stuff. Let's finish this one up. 75 overall. That's an outstanding score for a B show filled with enhancement talent. We are moving on, of course, to our next taping session, which will be Spotlight. So I can do that right here while you're watching. Show you how it's did or done if you want to use proper English. I prefer proper English. So that's how it's done. So there we go. Spotlight's all set here. We'll clear all these matches out. And this is how you build television, everybody. %100% how you build television. All right, so we are in August. And Grand Rapids is not going to be our venue. We can just delete those off, no problem. And we're back to the main screen here. So we're up to Friday here. We're going to do our next batch of tapings, of course. Ron Bass is all ours. Lots of people are tired here. Totally understandable with this schedule. No doubt about it. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for us for this episode. For those of you that are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and drop us a message below. Let us know you found the channel and what you think of us so far. For those of you that want more, you can get it. Head on over to patreon.com/PowerCast Network. You will find all of our shows early and YouTube ad-free, not to mention access to all of our spreadsheets, access to version 10.1 of the Supermod, everybody, and so much more. Don't forget to check out Wrestling Fans International Association today at thewfia.org. It is free to join. That's right, 100% free to join. Check us out on social media, facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.